Hold on, it's still loading.
Oh yeah, we already got somebody in the waiting room.
Come on in.
Yeah, come on, share your story.
We're live.
You turn around in a crowded room and you see her. You wanna be with her.
Is there any way you can hide the screen, Alicia?
And though you're in a crowd and the music is so loud, you realize you could be anywhere just to see the light shining in her eyes. See the light that's shining in her eyes and sing a symphony of love. No lies, no lies, no times, no heartache. And just like all the stars above will shine, you'll find your heart break. And when she's gone and you're left all alone, you still see her. You wanna be with her. You feel her all around. In your head you can hear all the words crystal clear. You realize you would give anything just to see the light that's shining in her eyes. See the light that's shining in her eyes and sing a symphony of love. No lies, no times, no heartache. And just like all the stars above will shine, will shine. You'll find your heart break and sing a symphony of love. Symphony of love. Yeah. No time. No, no, no. No heartache. Heartache. All the stars above will shine. Will shine. You'll find. You will surely find heartbreak. La la la. Oh yeah. La la. Don't you know what it is about? La la la. I wanna sing my song. La la la. Yeah, yeah, baby. La la la. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, sing it loud. Sing it loud. Sing it
Hey, okay.
Hey,
loud, baby.
KC.
Don't you bring me down. I'm feeling so
He said, what, y'all forgot? Y'all forgot?
Sing a symphony, symphony, symphony.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for tapping in. We'll get started shortly. Give it a few more moments before we kick off this episode. But first, we just want to remind you guys, check out the chat for our housekeeping rules. And well, let me just officially kick it off now. What you think, Pete? Ready to go?
Let's do it, man. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it, man. So thank you guys for tapping into another episode of Roots of Resilience, Growing Strength and Empowering Dreams. And tonight episode, we're gonna change it up a little bit with the passing of Fiji. Uh, we just want to honor and pay tribute to his memory and his life tonight episode. And with that, before I get started, we'll like all what we do in all our community gatherings and functions, we like to open it up with a word of prayer to uplift and bless this gathering of ours tonight. Our Father in heaven, Jamal Ilangi, we just come to you in prayer with one heart and one mind to give you all the glory for your gratitude and to give you all the glory and gratitude for your love and protection. Lord, we ask that the Holy Spirit be with us tonight as we celebrate the memory and the life of our fallen legend, Lord, George Vaqueso Koso, Fiji, widely known as Fiji, Lord. May his memory live on through his music and through us and through our stories and our lived experience with him. Lord, we ask that as we gather tonight to pay tribute to him, just fill everyone's heart with just joy and treasure memory of our fallen brother. Lord, we ask that those that tap in tonight just look out for them, for their family, from any issues or challenges they facing, Lord. Give them courage to seek you, Lord, and find the answers for those things. And we ask you to continue to be with our community, continue to give us the strength and the wisdom we need and the courage we need to continue to provide service in our community and with amongst our people and everyone alike, Lord. We say and pray these things in your mighty name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Man, once again, thank you guys. Man, we are going to switching up a little bit tonight from our usual our small businesses interview and platform. And with that, I'd like to pass it over to Pete to officially welcome us in.
What's up, everyone? Like Brother Oop says, this is a special tribute, so we're not gonna go into the script. We're gonna just go into this with the spirit of paying a tribute to a good friend of mine who I looked up as a brother, Brother George Fiji Picoso. So first of all, my name is Peter Afamata. I'm born and raised in Paramount Group in the streets of Long Beach. I got six kids, five mine, one adopted, and my lovely wife Sabrina Afamata. Been married to her for 24 years, and alongside SoCal Picker, I'm also a proud member of the folk movement, and it's just an honor that we can do this in our community, go off script and pay homage to one of our legends, our brothers. So, and I just want to go ahead and pass it on to who's it, Lorraine, for a little bio on the brother Fiji.
Thanks, Peter. George Brooks Vicoso, widely known as Fiji, was born on May 10th, 1970. Vicoso grew up singing in church and moved to Hawaii in 1987. Vicoso was embraced by the Hawaii music industry as a top singer, songwriter, recording artist, producer, and mentor in the contemporary Hawaiian and reggae music genre. He released his first album, Evolution, in 1994 and enjoyed success with hit songs Leah, Symphony of Love, Nasty, and Good Thing. But in 1996, his Born and Raised album topped the charts, elevating him to star status. Fiji headlined annual birthday bash concerts along with Kapena and performed across the Pacific and along the West Coast. His sets were theatrical and cultural, often featuring indigenous dancers and traditional Fijian drummers that brought crowds to their feet. In 1998, he received Na Hoku Hano Hano Awards for Male Vocalist and Favorite Entertainer of the Year. In 2014, he won the Best Pacific International Artist Award at the Pacific Music Awards, and in 2021, he accepted the Lifetime Achievement Award for his contribution to the Polynesian reggae stream. He hosted a 2-day concert, Fiji Homecoming in Fiji last year, that included artists J-Bug, Josh Satofi, and Maoli, and drew thousands of fans. He died on Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025, in his home nation of Fiji. He was 55 years old. With that, I'll go ahead and pass it on to Upu.
Thank you, Lorraine, for that. And with that, you guys, we'll go ahead and kick this off, man. Me and Pete was talking prior to this episode, and like Pete had mentioned in his intro, man, him and FIJI was like brothers. That's how I was able to meet FIJI through Peter. And man, I just remember when Pete and every time Pete and FIJI got together, man, it was just like two OGs just telling war stories, man, just going back in a vault of memories and experiences. So, man, I just like to give it over to Pete. Thank you personally, man, for introducing me to FIJI, and through that introduction, me and FIJI was able to, make our own memories, if you will, together, and our little bond that we had just formed, and I still hold that near and dear to my heart today. Man, with that, let me hear from you, man. When did you find out that when you hear the news about FIJI?
Before I share that, man, I just want to say thank you, Oop. We did have some good times when we met with him. And just want to thank Lisi and SoCal Picker for allowing this space right here. Lorraine and everyone that made this happen, to pay tribute to one of our own. When you seen the posting of his passing, you just seen how loved he was through every picture, through every video, through every post. So I can't wait to not only share but to hear from the audience. I want to hear and capture these moments because man, everyone had a moment with FIJI. FIJI gave his whole soul to the Pacific Island, and I can't wait to hear from the Pacific Islands. But also, before I go with my brother FIJI, man, I want to give a big shout out to my wife, Sabrina Afamada, who was always with me on those trips that we went to go see FIJI and Bugs concert. And a big shout out to my two daughters, Raya and Angelina. Raya's birthday's today. She turns 24. And I just want to give a shout out to my daughter, Raya Afamata, and Angelina Afamata, who just got her mission call to serve her mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the city of Ogden, Utah, the state of Utah. So yeah, I'm proud of that. And also my son's expecting, Elijah Afamata, him and Bella is expecting. So we just had a baby shower, and my adopted son, Robert Riles, called him Elder Riles, he's in Colorado, Denver, serving a mission as well. And then my 13-year-old Paulo. So just want to give a shout out to my family, man. Like, it's a little different here. My family was a part of we used to go on trips to go see FIJI and Bug all the time. And I just wanted to share this before I go on telling stories, man. I got my FIJI flag that I got from FIJI's cousin Dan, who's in Fiji right now. I'll be seeing them on Monday of next week because I'm about to fly out on Saturday night for the funeral. Shout out to Fo Movie for making that happen. And also, real quick, man, this jersey is Ram jersey. If you can't see it, Eric Dickerson jersey. FIJI gave me this in early 2000s when he found out that I was a Ram fan. And man, it was my good luck charm every time the Rams play. So just wanted to share that real quick. But yeah, that was a lot. I know that was a lot, but just wanted to get every story in. I wanted to get every story in with us. But when I heard about FIJI's passing, man, it was a shocker because we were together. Well, I know you haven't got to the house, but me and my wife, we went to go celebrate our good friend Tanel. It was her birthday or birthday week, I should say. And we went to go over there and spend time. And one of our friends got the news and just told us. And man, it was a shocker. It was, to be honest with you, man. We were chilling, having a good time, laughing. Then it hit me. It didn't hit me right there and then, just for the fact because I was with you guys, and we were all talking about stories and laughing. So, but it definitely hit me the next day. Matter of fact, the next 2 days. The next 2 days, I was in a slump. I was telling my wife, man, I'm not right. I'm not feeling good. And to be honest with you, my mental was good, but my emotions was it was like a heavy load. So I definitely had to talk to some people, had to go hang out. I actually called Fiji's cousin Dan, to go over there and mix with them because that was the closest thing to Fiji, I mean, as far as like in the States right now. So I had to go hang out with someone close to Fiji just so we can tell the stories that we knew. Because if I'm being honest with you, when I was hanging around with a couple friends and like that, I was hearing the stories and it was cool, but it was coming from a fan standpoint, which is awesome, But I needed the intimate story, where I could share my intimate stories with someone and they like, yeah, that's what Fiji would say, because Fiji he has some gems, if you knew Fiji when you talk to him personally, he'll have some gems, man, and we'll share that later on, but. And just some things that he would say to me that I'll always remember. The clowning sessions, the movies. He was a big movie goer. He was he was a gambler, definitely a gambler. Many nights that we had gambling, losing our money at Crystal Park Casino. But it was even in Vegas. Yeah, man. I'm gonna miss my brother, man. And it was tough. It was tough. It was still feeling it. Still feeling it.
Yeah, no, I bet, man. And like you said, you want to just be around those that knew him, on that same personal level as you
Yeah.
to just get that comfort, like a comfort blanket. And man, when you go out there next week, who's you going? You're gonna be surrounded by everybody, man. I hear everybody going. Those that reaching out to me asking if me and you going. Hey, you and Pete coming? I said, yeah, Peter show up. You know what I mean? He gonna bring us with him. He also gonna be bringing our prayers and our thoughts with him as well. So,
Definitely going live. It was definitely going live.
oh yeah, for sure. Go live, man. Go live. Hit that like and subscribe. So I remember, man, like I said, man, it was through you I met Feej, and and ever since then, it just every time I met him, it was just this larger than life type of individual, but just so humble. You know what I mean? Just so easy to, nothing flashy about him other than just the love. The wealth in his love and kindness and compassion for others. You know what I mean? That radiated off him. And I think one of my cherished memories I'm gonna have of him. So we went to Pacific Feet, what was that,
Yeah.
2024 last year?
Yep.
And Fees was the headliner for the Saturday night. And so Saturday night we all made plans. Yeah, after the show we gonna go back. We're gonna kick it and do whatever. And I couldn't wait because I remember hearing all the stories. I'm like, yes, finally get to, be part of an after party. It's one of Fees after parties. And then I'm ready to get live it up, party it up. I heard about all the hype that goes with these after parties and stuff or whatnot. And then so when we pull up to the hotel, people like, oh man, change of plan. I'm like, what's the change of plan? Oh, we're gonna stay in. Feed's mom came down and she cooked some food and she just want to have a small little gathering with her son and we just gonna chill like that for the night. And I thought, man, heck yeah, that's man, to me that was way better than any memory I could probably imagine what would happen at one of these after parties, one of these big show after parties. Because that little moment right there with Miles, man, and his auntie was just like, man, just, it kind of showed me the side of Fees to where, like, he didn't care about all the glitz and glamour that came with the partying and you know what I mean? He was just like, and I remember him telling us that too. He was like, this is what's important to me. You know what I mean? Like this right here, mom's cooking, being surrounded with close friends and family. And I just thought the world of that, man. I'll always cherish that memory. It was,
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, last time I talked to Fiji is last year on my birthday. Uh, whew. When we was all chilling at my daughter's apartments in Corona. and we were just all kicking it, listening to music, and I get a FaceTime call, and it's FIJI. And I'm like, before I could say a word, I could just hear him say, "Happy birthday to Pika." And I was just like, but what was sad at the same time was, man, Oos, was you there that time when he called? Or did you haven't come yet?
No,
You
I
haven't
haven't
came?
got there yet.
So when he was calling, the family and friends were like, "Is that FIJI?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Oh, let me see. But I didn't want to show him. I didn't want to show him because he was sick. He was really bad. And man, it was just like it was just a moment for me. I guess I hold dear to my heart. It's just because right when he sung, I couldn't talk to him. I was like, "Oh, man, I'll talk to you later." It's like, "All right, Oos, I love you, Oos. Just wanted to say happy birthday." And then he just hung up. That's the last time I talked to him on my birthday. So yeah, man. Another time, actually, the last time I actually talked to him was through text on his birthday. You know, when I texted him on his birthday, and me and him, we got this thing where Bug, my first cousin Bug, I'll get into that story later how we met with FIJI, but Bug always go pump, pump, pump. So FIJI, that was our sign. That was our like our cadence, right? So, you know, we'd be out in the clubs, we'd be in the casino, and we like, "Hey, how we gonna find each other?" And FIJI will always be like, "Oh, when you hear me say pump, 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 pump," that's when he knows me. I like say no more. So every time I go into Crystal Park or a show, he'll see me like pump, 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 pump. Then I'll be like, pump, 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 right back. And then he'll be like, "Okay." And everyone will be like, "The heck y'all saying?" I was like, exactly my point. It's not for y'all to know. It's for me and my brother to know. And so, you know, those are the little things I'm gonna miss, man. Just how we just man, just making up just silly calls out there like that, man. So, but it was cool, man. You know.
So, what you think? Should we play some music? Should we open it up to the audience, viewers,
Yeah. Well,
those
before
that
we do
tapped
that,
in?
you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Lorraine some time to find my song "Warrior of Love," right? So this is my favorite feat. Well, I don't know if it's my favorite FIJI song. I know the second verse is. So let me give you a backstory to the song. So I always heard the song, "The Warrior of Love," but there was this one show in Hawaii where he was singing, and you know we was out there on the side, me, Bug, Chelsea, and all of them, Common Kings. But I was drunk, and you know, what is it, early 2000s, no, or late, or about 2011, 2012. And he was singing the song Warrior of Love. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, "Oh, cool, cool." But then for some reason, he looked towards us, like to our area where me, Bug was all at. And the second verse was on. And he said, the verse, it just stuck out in my head. Hopefully I don't forget it right now. But he said the verse was, if you want to clear your if you want to get rid of all your evil thinking, you have to clear your mind. No, if you want to, see, I forgot. If you want to, if you want to know the secrets of your lifetime, you have to clear your mind of all your evil thinking, because there's going to be a time comes when you're going to have to suffer, and that's when you're going to find out if your brother is your brother. And then he goes warrior of love, right? But when he said that, he sang it towards us. He sang it towards us, and he was like, and I was like, what? I mean, I started looking up that thing. I started looking up the words. I was like, what did you just say? I always heard the song, never knew the lyrics. But then every time I heard that words, I was just like, man, that's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? And throughout my lifetime with FIJI, I could definitely tell you that he was always there when I was down and out. So I definitely want to hear that song, man. If Lorraine could go ahead and play that, DJ.
Warrior of Love, man.
Yeah, Warrior Love.
Your lifetime.
There we go.
Lay your mind about your evil thinking. Cause the time will come when you will have to suffer. That's the time when you will find out if your brother's your brother.
Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, 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 pop.
Let's go, baby.
a beautiful day. Never let the devil of the world try put you down. Stand firm with your feet up on the ground, cause you're a warrior, warrior, warrior.
There you go. Come on now. I think
Man,
that's the full movement anthem song right there.
hey man, people, it's understated how soulful he is. You know how soulful he was, man. There's a lot of soul. I know his people say island reggae music or reggae music or sometime R&B. Me, man, I like to suggest that he's a soul folks. He's a soul singer. Um, yeah, I guess at this time we can for those that's in the chat or on screen, you guys, if you want to step up and unmute yourself, turn on the camera if you're comfortable, and share your favorite song and experience or thought of Fiji.
Yeah, definitely want to hear from you guys. No, y'all don't want to hear us blabbering all night. Tina, my sister Tina,
You
Lucy.
can use the hand
Elsie.
raise emoji.
There you go. Meal. Yeah, man. Fiji's definitely
Oh, let's
gonna
go
be missed.
to Alicia. Alicia got a story.
Yeah, there we go. Come on, Alicia.
Alicia, unmute yourself, Alicia.
I never said I had a story.
Oh, you got a favorite song?
There you go.
I just had a favorite song that I played. No, I think I just want to share. I found out about Fiji's passing while I was just landed in Hawaii. We're taking our nieces for a wedding there, and one of my nieces was on her phone, and she said, my brother said Fiji passed. And I was like, no, you better tell him he better stop playing around like that. And because in my head, it would just seem so impossible. And then right after I said that, I started to consider how possible this was because I know he has had health issues for a while. And I kept saying out loud to them, like, no, 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 there's no way, no way. And I think like 30 minutes into hearing that, I started to see it pop up on social media. And I was like, there's no way this is true. And it really like I think he was such a fans artist, like he made himself available to everybody.
Yeah.
And back and I was telling my nieces who are, in their mid 20s, like, late teens, that they all know Fiji's music because everybody plays Fiji's music at all of our Islander things. But I was telling them, that Fiji's like my favorite album is Evolution. Um, and I was like, the Fiji's music was our dating music if you grew up in the 90s, right? Like if you grew up in the 90s, you were coming of age when he came out, like this was when I was like, this was our dating music. You were like going out on dates to concerts, you know what I mean? Like that was the soundtrack to our coming of age, when he was really like coming big. And a lot of them know his newer music that don't really know a lot of his older music. And I had to argue that his older music is his better music, but that's just my opinion. But it's really interesting because when I say he's like a fans artist, he's also just like our people's person. Um, my brother went to school at UH for their architecture program. So, it was like, and he used to just tell stories about when they used to, when Fiji used to come to campus, and my brother was an RA, and they used to palu, like they used to drink kava in the dorms at UH before like he was an artist. And then I have another brother who well, he's my cousin who went to school in Virginia, but somehow there was like some church thing that they were roommates. And I was just like, everyone has a story like this about Fiji, right? Like, and it feels so random, but I don't think it's that random. I think he's been a blessing on so many levels to so many of us. And all of us as Islanders have been touched by his music. But so many more of us have personal stories like that, that feel like he was everyone's brother or everyone's uncle, right? Because all the younger ones call him Uncle Fiji. So it's just what a blessing he was in the 55 years he got to be on this earth to touch so many of our lives. And that's the story I have to share. Thanks, Upu.
So what song from Evolution was your go-to song?
I played it when we came in. Oh, was that Evolution? Yeah, I think so. Symphony of Love is my favorite song, but there's so many, it's hard to pick a favorite. His music was just phenomenal. And but I know a hidden gem that I think was like a favorite in the 90s, but have kind of like been buried in all of his music library is Stone Cold. Stone Cold reminds me of my college days. So but you don't hear it, in rotation much. So Stone Cold is another favorite. But thanks for letting me share.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Go do something, my bad. I cut you off. I was looking for a song. That all right. When everybody wants to chime in and share their story, man, let us know. But me and Oop just gonna be talking and sharing stories. But so there's a story, there's a song, Sosafina. So, that's another song we could play next. But we was in San Diego, and my wife was pregnant with our last child, Apollo. So it was I don't know if it was at the House of Blues or 4th and B in San Diego. So anyways, before Fiji gets on, my wife is pregnant, so she's sitting up top. There's like a second level. And I'm roaming around, acting fool because I'm drunk, just talking to everyone. And I could just, for all you husbands out there, you can feel your wife's eyes just burning on the back of your head because you're just doing too much, right? And so I look up top and I just see my wife yelling at me, just like, like, get up here now, sit next to me. And I'm just like, oh man. So I had to go up there and my wife was just chewing my ear off, talking about why am I roaming around? Who am I talking to? And I'm like, all right, babe, I'm just sit down. And so I go backstage and I got this sad puppy look. And I'm sitting on this chair and Fiji's about to go before him. And he looks at me and says, oh, what's wrong? That's cool. She's my wife. She tripping. She was like, don't worry, Oos, I got you. And I was like, what? What the fuck you talking about? So as he goes up to go do his set, Fiji's, performing a couple songs. And right before he does the Sosafina song, he goes, I like to dedicate this song to my sister Sabrina on behalf of her loving husband, Peter Afamata. My wife was so happy. If you guys know my wife, she loves to dance to that song. So she came down from the second level. She got there, started dancing, and then he looks at me and gives me that wink like, I got you, Moose.
Pump, 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 pump.
I'm like, yes. I was like, Fiji saves the day. Oh man, my wife forgot about everything that I was doing that night. She was talking about like all to her friends. Oh man, Sabrina, you dance very good. Well, what was that for? Like, oh, my husband told him to do this, do that. I was like, oh, so I owe you one, bro. Good looking out. So yeah, that's my memory of Sosafina. So if we can dedicate that song, then it's all good. But if not, we got. Where's my wife at, man? I can make her dance. Bring back memories of her yelling at me. What's up, Founder? Big Tino in the building. That's my big bro. Folks. Beach flag. There it goes. Hey,
So I just wanted to share a little bit. When I danced hula back in the early 2000s, one of the girls was getting married, and her husband is a director, Hollywood director, and he flew Fiji in to sing at her wedding reception. I thought she was going to pass out. She was just like so over the, it was just like she could not believe that he had done that for her. But I mean, even to the entire, because the halau came and danced and everything like that. But for him to show up, he was so very gracious, spent time with everybody afterwards. And just the grace that he had. One of the girls, not the most outgoing, not the most beautiful or anything like that, but he actually asked her to dance. And that just like made her entire decade. But, it's just the grace that he had. And for him to even like tune into that. And, the girls had to look at her like, what the hell was he seeing in her that he asked her to dance and not none of us? Because, the young ones, they think they're all cute and everything. For me, it's like, show me a big woman that's dancing, whether it's hula, Samoan dancing, There is a grace to their dance. There is the way that they move. And, it's not the big movements, it's that little subtle thing that they do that just like draws you in. So that's my only story about Fiji. But like Alicia was trying to ask me, it's like Isale is always going to be my absolute favorite. My cousin Faith Ako sings it. It's one of our favorite family songs too. But there are too many songs to even pick a favorite. I mean, because when you start going to, oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one. But thank you so much. I think it's a great, great show. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. Most definitely, man. And
sharing
that's
that,
who he
Auntie.
was. That's who he was. My bad. Go ahead, everybody goes.
No, I was just saying thanks to Auntie for sharing that. The type of character like he was touching on right now. That's who he was.
Yeah. So just to piggyback off of that, fun fact. You guys didn't know this. You guys heard it from me. He didn't like to be called legend. And so when we were out there in I think either Hawaii or Vegas or San Diego, maybe even LA. He had told me we was in the hotel, and he told me that he didn't like to be called legend because he felt like that's basically the end of his music, and so he said he'd rather be called legend at the end, like when he passes away. And so I just always remember that, he was like, because he said, man, I still got a lot left in me, like in writing and singing. He told me that was God's gift to him. He said, he goes, I'm when I share it in Fiji's voice, I'm gonna keep it PG, right? So Fiji was like, oh, God gave me this gift to share it for everyone. I can't keep it. I have to give it to my peoples. And that was it. So he was like, he said there was much more in him that as you can see, he was still doing music before he passed away. He was in Fiji doing music, and now that he's passed away, I guess big bro, we can call you legend now, huh? So yeah, man, that's a little fun fact I want to share with that.
Yeah, that's just being modest. But there's some people legends that they become legends after they're gone, and there's some living legends, and he was
Yeah.
definitely a living legend amongst us. Man, I remember first hearing about Fiji music. So I was in prison throughout the whole Fiji phenomenon. He was so in prison we were like 7 years behind. So whatever's out here come out today, it won't reach the prison general population, or at least we won't have access to order it or have access to those music till about it's like a 7 period drag. But before there was a demand for Fiji actually by us because of course through phone calls, talking to our families, everybody's talking about Fiji. Like Fiji, woo, like the water bottle Fiji or the island. And like, oh no, there's this artist, man, out of Hawaii, man. And then I would have whoever I was talking to me, or whoever I was talking to, I would ask him play it and then put the phone there so I can hear it. And I remember hearing it, and I remember thinking, oh, okay, he does like a soulful reggae singer. That's what I was hearing. And then, well, fast forward, I think a couple of years after that, they finally allow us to, they had made it available, the Born and Raised album. So all of us, like, we all was introduced to Fiji music personally from the Born and Raised album. That was our first album or access to his music. And man, that album right there just it transcended not just only for us, the Polynesian or the islanders that was on the yard. You hear other ethnic group would play Fiji music from their area. We'd be like, damn, they're over there playing. But they was, I mean, because we can order it now, and it was available for anybody that want to purchase that album. And so I just remembered, I remember thinking too at that time, I was like, damn, man, this dude, I could just imagine, in my head that must be his influence out there to our people, or to everybody, just the way he transcended us and there, as far as just, you would think that only Polynesian prisoners going to be ordering his album, that Born and Raised album, man. Turns out everybody on the yard had
I love to hear it from the prison side. So
it. I know, right?
What's up,
Sorry,
Tina?
guys.
We see your video now. You got something to share with us?
What's up, Tina?
Go ahead, share your story, sis. Yeah, but fortunately, try to figure out her mute button. Uh, we was in Hawaii. It was Hawaii. I think it was the Pro Bowl. It was the Pro Bowl, and the Kimawatus were up there throwing a after party after the Pro Bowl. And man, it's one of the funniest moments, right? So we was drinking all well. We was at a karaoke bar at I believe, what's that hotel? Waikiki, not Dupes, but anyways. So we was over there drinking karaoke, and Feej, man, he was passed out. He was passed out. He was done, and he went to the room. And so everyone else that was staying drinking karaoke, we all like stayed back and went to the lobby. And so we were probably there like maybe like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And man, this is the most funniest thing I ever remember Fiji ever doing, man. He about 2 o'clock, the elevator opens up and it's Fiji rolling out with his wheelchair. And he says this famous saying that everyone says, nobody likes a quitter. And I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, hey man, what you doing here? He was like, nobody likes a quitter. He goes, don't ever put me back to sleep. Oh man, that fool came out. He started drinking with us again, man. I always remember that fool coming out the elevator. Nobody likes a quitter. I said, man, we need a T-shirt now, man. And it's funny because when he passed away, I started seeing other people post it. I was like, oh, okay, that fool was saying that all the time out there. He had many incidents where he wasn't trying to quit. But yeah, I just want to share that. Tina, you got something to share?
No, I didn't really, I wasn't fortunate enough to know Fiji like you guys did. We did have a run in. Our girls had a tournament in Maui a couple years back. We were just sitting in the hotel. There's only one Costco in Maui, and we strategically rented the hotel that's right across the street just to make it easier for food, and feeding the kids and everything. And sitting in the lobby, the kids, the boys and the girls are just walking around, bunch of rugby players. And then this guy wheels his way in. And and I'm sitting there and all I hear the girls are like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like they're just fangirling. And then, we just kind of looked over and we're like, what are they doing? We couldn't see who it was because of course now they're kind of like bombarding him. And then my daughter runs over. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, do you guys know who that is?" And we're like, "No." We're like, well, "Who is it?" And then and they were just like, "It's Fiji. It's Fiji." And I'm like, "What is he doing here?" And I'm like, I said, well, what did you guys do? And they're like, "He's so cool. We were like all, and I said, I would have probably been like, okay, can somebody come get all these damn kids that, like, and then they said, yeah, we like escorted him to his room. He let us take pictures with him. And, we were just, and I was like, yeah, you guys are pretty much bugging him. So next day, he again casually said hi to the kids. But yeah, like, that was our run in other than, we traveled for sports and then we happened to see him again at LAX,
Oh,
at the airport. And yeah, but he, I didn't want to be weird and be like, oh, hey, like you took pictures with my kids, in Maui. They were the annoying kids that were following you around. But because of that, we found out that he had opened up a fast food restaurant in Maui. So that we decided, yeah, let's go support his business. So we made it a team dinner night at his
That's tough.
business establishment in Maui just to support. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh
It was
man,
cool.
I love that story, man. So that brings up a story when we was in Hawaii with me, him, and Jerry, J Bug, and there was another artist. I'm not sure his name, but it was all three of them talking, and the fans came up and asked to take a picture with the other artist. I'm not sure who that artist was, but I remember the artist turning it down. And Fiji goes, "Oos, oos, it's okay. Let's take the picture first." You know what I mean? And then the artist, "Oh, my bad, it was my bad." So Fiji, they all took a picture with Bug, Fiji, and the artist and the fan. And then right when the fan left, Fiji goes, "Okay, now we can continue on." It was like, to Fiji, it was like the fans everything. Without them, we're nobodies, and that's why we do this for. And he not only did he talk about it, he did it. That's how
Slowly.
he was. So just to hear you share that story, it's like it confirms how he was, just period. So thank you for sharing that
I
too.
don't really think he realized how big he was in some of the minds of the youth,
Yeah.
or the community, because one of the things that the kids were just kind of like shocked about was they mentioned it. They were like, he doesn't have any bodyguards escorting him. And I'm like, do you guys plan on kidnapping him? like, why would that, why would that resonate with you guys that he doesn't have any security guards unless you're thinking about doing something? But they're just like, no, there's nobody like with him. He's by himself. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I never really thought about it. I'm like, I don't really think he knows how big he is to some of the community,
Amen. Amen. Thank you for sharing, man. We'd love to hear from everyone else, man. Tino, Lucy, Nelson, Shireen. Well,
Yeah, man, I want to tap in on this. Those,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
man, they bring memories, man. When Upa was sharing about Fiji in prison, man. When I was in Old Corcoran, '07, '08, '09, and I had got a cellie, a young cellie. His name was Talo Fifita, a Toko out of Sacramento, and he ordered the Fiji CDs, The Experience and the Born and Raised. And we used to bump that CD in the cell, man, while we're drinking Pruno and White Lightning, man. And years later, when I get out, man, I ran into him a gang of times at Crystal Park Casino over in Compton.
Yeah.
And he used to be bouncing up back and forth at the baccarat table, man. Playing the dragon. And one day, man, he goes to two tables and he puts 100 on the dragon on one table, and he goes to the other table, puts 100 on the dragon, and that's 40-1. And this, and this nigga hit both tables, man. He hit 8 racks, man, in like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. And makes me realize, man, when people pass, man, man, shout out to Fiji, man. He the pioneer of island music, man, and just his passing, man. Just like my brother Tone's passing. But when Tone passed, I was on social media. I was Facebooked out, But back then, when I used to bump into Fiji over at Crystal Park Casino, I wasn't a Facebook guy. So I didn't really take pictures back then, man. And it's crazy because now with Fiji passing, made me realize, man, damn, that the pictures, man, is something that we all need to do, man, so we can hold on to so our loved ones can hold on to our memories, when it's our time to go, And I know a lot of people, they don't want to take pictures, when they see me and Pete and Upu, they're always saying, they know they're gonna take some pictures. They know it's going it's going to be photography at its finest, man, when we're out there, man, and man, it's just something, man. I just want to share with everybody here, man. Take pictures, man. Take pictures, man. Create memories, man, with your loved ones, man. Because you know what? Tomorrow's not promised, man. And my heart goes out to Fiji and his family, man. Especially his kids, man. And man, it's just that's a major loss for our community, man. It's a major loss for our community, man, in the music business, man. I know that he had a very close relationship with with my niece, and he was like her mentor. He was her mentor, in her music that she does, man. So, man, shout out to Feej, man, and shout out to all the memories that he left behind with his music, man, and everything that everybody's sharing right here on the call, man. So, yeah, that's my take, man, and thanks for letting me tap in, man.
Thank you, Big O's. Brother Tino, founder of Folk Movement. Lucy?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for providing this platform to share and to take space with you and celebrating Fiji and his legacy and just our personal ties with him or stories. I think grieving is never linear. It goes ups, downs, random things will pop off and it'll affect our emotions. I in the Tongan way, it's like whenga peke o talangofua, which is to be obedient. Alici's the one that messaged me. She's like, share something. I was like, I'm shy. And I was like, maybe I'll be, I'll feel the spirit or um to share. And so I am sharing because Alici provided me with the courage to do so. Um, Man, talk about bigger than life. That's what Tiasi was or George Vicoso was. I for those of us who know, like he was struggling with his health and but he lived life like every day like it's his last, like there's so many reasons for him to have tapped out, like, oh, I'm just gonna take it, just be reclusive and not do anything. But he held a concert, a homecoming concert, like, oh my gosh, where did he get that energy? I mean, he has more energy than myself, and I'm like, where did you get that from? But I remember seeing him at Pacific Feeds last year, and I was so tired. It was so cold. I was getting cold. It was like Sunday night, the last night, and the stage is being put away. Maoli is done. Everything's shutting down, and we're all sitting there just hanging out with him. And I was like telling my partner, I was like, "Can we go now? Because I'm cold." And so I was saying goodbye to him, and I hugged him, and then I like probably people looking at me like, dang, this girl is like hella random. Like, because I was really hugging him because I know that like just Brother Dino just said, we're not promised tomorrow. And I knew his life took him everywhere. And I just said, can I just hug you, really hold you? Like, I want to hug you, like, in case this might be the last time I get to see you in person.
Mm.
And I before that I had sent him DM'd him, and he's one that I can say that he responded. He responds to DMs, like it's not you think that, oh, the artist, well, he didn't. He responded to everybody. And I remember telling him, I was like, I know that you're not going to listen to what I have to say. I know you're going to live your life to the best of your ability at that time. So I'm not going to waste my time with or your time by telling you all these things that you already know, but I'm going to tell you that I am concerned for you. I'm worried, but I know that you're living your life the best way, to the max, the way you want to. And so you won't make any excuses for that, and I'm not going to ask you for that, but I just want to let you know from my heart to yours, I'm worried, but I know that you're going to continue pushing because that's what you do. And another thing that I just want to say is one thing that really made me really proud because I'm Tongan, and he was really proud of his Tongan roots. Any chance you gave him to bring it up, he would. And even if you didn't, he still brought it up. And that, I know he speaks for all of us Pacific Islanders, Polynesians, but to me, as a Tongan, that really meant a lot to me because we're so small and we're from a small little island kingdom in the middle of the Pacific. There's every reason not for people not to know us, but he was really proud of being Tongan. And I'm really grateful for his just his for sharing his soul, his spirit with the rest of the world and really showing humility. He was humility in action. He was courage in action. He was love in action. And I cannot begin to even express how much he meant to me. His music was the soundtrack of my life, my whole life. So thank you, Fiji, for everything you've blessed us with. And I thank you for all the memories.
Mm. Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you. And happy birthday, by the way. I just
Happy
see in
birthday.
the chat that it's your birthday.
Yeah. Can we
Yes,
get
I'm
that
old.
can we get that Tongan song for Sis Lucy for us? While we wait, I appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, he did live his life. You know, uh, every show you went to, he knew. He knew his condition, and Burns, his manager, the brother Bernard. When I talked to him recently, because he would always watch him, rode him, in his wheelchair. He says, "Man, I don't think people knew how much pain he was in, and he still was doing shows, still traveling, and because that's what he do. That's what Fiji do. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for confirming. the hard work that Brother Fiji did for our peoples. So, and do we have that song that what's the name of that tonguing song?
Hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey, girl.
Why am I thinking of some tonguing name? I'm over here thinking of a
You're
tonguing
trying
name.
to make it all complicated.
No, I
We
did.
just simple people from the middle of the ocean.
Let's go ahead and play Hey Girl for Sis Lucy and all our tongue sisters out there. There we go.
Oh yeah, when you hear this, hey, you gotta start following, though. It's the mixing song right here.
Start throwing a T up.
Hey girl, ofa au iho sino. Hengi hengi bema e aho.
Come on now, Lissy.
Ofa anga Silvia langitoto. Tuku ayang geluha ekumanako. Hey girl, go ofa au iho sino.
Yeah, definitely karaoke next day. So the roots of Brazilian after party is.
Hey girl, ofa au iho sino.
Come on now.
Hengi hengi bema.
So if we want to hear more stories from you guys, don't be shy. Go ahead and raise your hand up. Give us a memory of a Fiji song or met Fiji. This is our time to pay our tribute to the legend, George Becoso. I want to share a story that since Brother Tino had brought up the Baccarat at Crystal Park Casino, so late night. So me and Brother Fiji will always love gambling, and Baccarat was one of our favorite games. He played poker a lot too, but I never played poker. So one night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I called Fiji up. He's at Crystal Park, and I said, "Hey, Oos, what you doing?" He says, "I'm watching Law and Order." I said, "Oh, you want to gamble? Want to play Baccarat?" And his favorite, one of his sayings that he always says, like, "Oos, don't threaten me with a good time." And he goes, "Pop, pop, pop, pop." The next thing you know, I pulled up to Crystal Park, and me and him, and that night, that particular night that I called him when he was watching Law and Order, he actually won me 10 racks. And so I broke bread off with him. I gave him 5. I kept 5, and man, we just was laughing. And so that was the probably like the 1 or 2 times that we won out of the many hundreds that we lost. So I'm gonna just keep the winning memories, not the losing memories.
Yeah, many times lost, man. What about that? What about that one time he was in town and you had called me up. He was like, "Hey, Fiji in town. He over there at
Yeah,
Pachinga Casino." And he said because prior to that, I guess he was talking to you about he want to write a song for the folk,
yeah.
or you know what I mean. And so yeah, called Pete said, yeah, he said he's got a little demo of it of the song. And so So me and Pete get there. Pete's already there with him. They're already in dinner. And so I sit down, order my food, and he was like, "Yeah, been working on this piece. You guys tell me what you guys think, right?" And he's played it. Turns out, I'm not
Go
sure
ahead,
if
Oos.
he,
Keep it 100. Keep it 100, Oos.
I don't know. It was just, I think he just put it together so me and Pete can come down there and listen to it so he can have Pete gamble with him, man, because that's what he was trying to do. He was like, "Hey, here." And after he let us listen to the song, me and Pete both look at him and was like, probably, we'll probably go in another direction, maybe. Or, you guys are experts, but anyway, I just thought it was funny because he was more concerned about Pete being there and, just to be there to gamble with him, man. He was like, "Hey, give you guys these chips. Come on, let's hang out. Let's hang out tonight, man. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky."
Yeah, man, that night, that fool, man, and he actually won that night too. The one thing about Fiji, he does not stop. I've seen that dude won $30,000 and just lose it all at the same day. I'm like, hey, man, you need to call that gambling hotline. And then, next thing you know, he rubbed off on me, man. I started having a gambling problem. Oh man, in Hawaii, this is how bad he was a gambler. He was a gambler. At one of our late nights that we had, this is a 24-hour Korean spot that we go to. I forgot, it's on the corner. If someone says the Sorbo, that's the name of it. I've been trying to figure out the name for the past 2 weeks ever since Fiji passed. Sorbo is the name of it. So we used to go Sorbos all the time after we go drinking or clubbing. And Fiji, man, he's a hard person to wheelchair everywhere. So he's knocked out, and we catch him Uber. We call him Uber. And I'm trying to wake this dude up. I'm like, Fiji, get up, man. I was like, your Uber's here. He was like, he's just knocked out. And Bug's over there we're all trying to figure out, what we're gonna do with him. I said, man, we gotta go with him. And I said, oh, wake up, man. We gotta go to your Uber's here. And this fool's like, his head's down and he goes like this. Oh, are we in Vegas? And then he goes back to sleep. I was like, man, like you need to call a gambling hotline. I was like, this fool had me dying, man. I was like, did you just say we in Vegas, man? We in Hawaii, man.
He was like, "I'll wake up if we're in Vegas."
Yeah.
Pom, 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 pom.
Oh man, peace, man. I'm gonna miss my bro, man. Too many memories, too many the first time I met Fiji was with Bug. Bug, shout out to Silo and Kato, man. They had discovered Bug at a karaoke we were at, and they came up to me and they said, "Hey man, is that your cousin?" I said, "Yeah, it's my first cousin. I man, he can sing." I said, "Does he want to go to Hawaii and meet with Fiji?" And I never met Fiji at the time, so we're over here. That's like our idol at the time. Fiji's like, what? I said, Fiji? I said, oh man. So I told Bud, me and Jerry, we're working in the refinery. And so I told him, man, bro, you got to go to this. You definitely got to go to Hawaii. So Jerry goes to Hawaii and he meets Fiji and he calls me and tells me, hey man, Fiji is down to work with me. So then I go over there, I fly out there to Hawaii, and then we go meet Fiji at this club called Shoreline in Hawaii. I don't know if they still have it there. But Fiji comes up and he's rolling in. I meet him. I said, what's up, Boost, man? I said, hey, man, you from right here, right? He goes, yeah. He goes, man, you know our family? I said, who's your family, Oops? I said, the Afamata family out there. So my older cousin, Mike and Frank, Mike is Bone Crusher and Frank is the Wild, right? That's their nicknames from right here. And so I tell Fiji, I said, yeah, man, Bone Crusher and the Wild. I said, Big Mike and Frank. And he goes, no, Mike is the Wild. I said, no. And me and him was drinking. I was like, fool. He's like, how you gonna tell me my cousin's nickname? And he goes, no. That's Wild. And I said, oh, so Mike is Bone Crusher and Frank is the Wild. And he goes, oh, you're right, Luce. You're right. Sorry, I'm faded. And then we was cool ever since then at that moment. And then Jerry knew at that time that like, okay, he's gonna be taken care of because my two cousins, Mike and Frank, those were Fiji's big oops, but it was dope for me to gain that relationship with Fiji on the side of my cousin Bug. because Bug obviously had his relationship with him, but I also had my relationship with Fiji, and man, Fiji was a movie guy. Movie guy. One of his favorite movies was My Cousin Vinny, and he would always love to do that. You ever watch My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah.
You ever seen that where they were on the stands, on the witness stands, and
Yep.
then the lawyer guy goes, he goes, I forgot what scene, but he always does a identical. And he's like, that's the part Page always loves saying, identical. That's it. Oh man, every time we always talk about the movies. Me and his favorite movie was The Godfather, Part One, and we was just sharing like we would all say a line. He'll say a line, I'll say a line, and man, that's the type of relationship me and him, man. So my bad, dudes. I can go on for days, man. But definitely just want to,
Nah, definitely, man. I love listening to your stories with fees, man. And yeah, I remember the first time. So the first time I met him was we went to Pacific Feet 2022.
Yep,
Remember when we tabled over there?
yeah.
BU, Tone, rest in peace, Bell, uh, Trent. Well, anyway, so fees when
Oh yeah,
we
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
later on when the sun went down, we went backstage. He was like, "Let's go backstage." Fees was back there, and so Pete get us back there, get the whole crew back there, and I have my wife with me too. Then I said, "Oh man," she was like, "Oh man, I'm, finna meet Feed." I said, "Yeah, hopefully, cross your finger, we get through." So anyway, who we get through, and Feed just sitting back there with this hot ass case of Modelo. He's warm. He was like offering these Modelo to people, right? And then I remember he had offered me one, and you know, I, I didn't want it, but I can't deny a drink from Fees, right? So I take it, and he's telling this story, and I looked at my wife, and so just before where we came, they had remember that VIP section.
Yeah.
They had a VIP section, and my cousin that was there, I haven't seen in a long time. He had a cooler over there, a gang of Modelo's, and that's what he was drinking Modelo. So I told my wife, told Sunita, hey, uh, go over there where Jeff is at, where Geek was at, and ask him if I can get a 6 pack of, 6 beers, the cold ones. And I said, I remember Sunita had dipped off. And, it showed everything is going on, people taking pictures, wanting to meet him, wanting to talk to him. And he's sitting there, and then Sunita come with the cold beers. And I remember finally when he took a little break from, people he was talking to, I was like, here you go, Fees. And he was like, no, I got something right here. I said, no, this one is cold. And he was like, what, you think I'm a punk or something? The way he said it. Like if, what I mean, I done sent my wife all the way across the event to go get him. And it turns out, man, Fiji was like, I prefer it warm. I was like, oh, my bad, man. I thought you just didn't have no access to cold alcohol. Then I remember, oh, shit, this is Fiji. You think I got access to anything you want? Anyway, man, that was my first time meeting Fiji, and I remember just like everybody's saying, man, he was larger than life, just sitting there and just man, the love and his manner would just exuberates just that kindness, very approachable. He wasn't that type of star that, you look and be like, I don't think it's a good time. It just every time you saw him, you like it was just welcoming. It was just a welcoming sight to see him.
Yeah, you're right, Oos. You're right. And one thing about Fiji was all about relationships. He was all about connections too. So every time we were somewhere, he would always introduce me to someone. He's actually so trip this out, right? I'm in Southern California, Drew Deasy, brother Drew's in Northern California. You would think we would meet each other first, but I met Drew Deasy through Fiji in Hawaii. We was in Hawaii at one of Drew and Fiji's show, and Fiji goes, Oos, Oos, I want you to meet, Drew. Hey, man, I think you guys are gonna hit it off. And man, he was right. Oos. He introduced us that what I want to say 2012, 2011 at that time, and ever since, man, me and Drew man became close, man, like brothers. So Fiji always knew who to introduce. If he didn't want you to meet him, he wouldn't introduce you because one time Fiji was talking to this dude for a long time in Maui, and tall guy. I always remember tall guy with a what do you call one of those hats? You know, like the brim hats, one of those brim hats. And Fiji was talking to him, and after he left, I said, "Hey, who is that?" And he goes, "If I wanted you to meet him, I would introduce you to him." I was like, "He's a nobody." I was like, oh, my bad. Who's damn? My bad. Sheesh. Nah, but Fiji, man, he's just that's how he was, man. He's always about giving. Um, there was this one question in our mix that we had recently. One of the Tongan cats had asked, "Hey man, who's Pete? How come you think Fiji never made it? You know, like a big, you know, like a huge star." Like, and I think the way he looked at it was like famous, rich, like a celebrity type thing. But me and Fiji's cousin Dan, we were saying like, but he did. He made it. He made the he made it to what he was going for, which was his people. He didn't care for the glitz and glamour, the Hollywood thing. You know, Fiji hated the Hollywood thing. It was more about all his peoples. Like his voice was for the Pacific Islanders, and whoever clinged on to it, that was the way it was going to be. But for him, he didn't care about Hollywood. He didn't care about the big scene or stuff like that. He
Glitz
just
and
cared about,
glamour.
yeah, he just cared about more for his people. So I think that's why when you see the pictures and posts of everyone, you get a personal relationship with him. You get that sense of family. You get a family connection with them. So yeah, we see Art and June. What's up, June? You know, if you guys want to share anything about Fiji, you guys most definitely go ahead and put a favorite song in here that we can play. We just over here talking the breeze, talking about Brother Fiji, saying how many stories he got. Uh, Went to Samoa with him, with my wife, for my wife's birthday in 2019. Him and man, Longa Savelle, rest in peace, Longa Savelle. Fiji and Longa, they are comedians. If you ever get them in a room together, it was over. Them dudes, man, like not only can they, make people laugh, but they could sing a song right after that. They were like the Jamie Foxx, how Jamie Foxx make you laugh and sing. Them two dudes, man, they should have had their own stand up. Them dudes were hilarious, man. Misty Blue, we got a request for Misty Blue.
Oh man, don't make me cry, you guys. I'm not prepared.
You got a personal song for that? You got a personal story for that song?
Missy Blue, yeah, it was on the off the Born and Raised. And like I
Yeah.
said, that was the first Fiji album that I personally own. And
Mhm.
yeah, man, that song right there, many tough nights that song carried me through.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm sure in the upcoming days, everybody like just like what we're doing right here, just in our own little way, paying homage and just paying tribute, and to the life and the memory. And I think more of appreciation. I think a lot of these circles that I'm getting around, we were just that couple Mondays ago. I think that Monday after his passing,
Yep.
we went over there. We was in Hawthorne, that little crew that got together. Like
Yes,
you said,
sir.
Bernard and everybody pulled up. Just in our own little way. I think communities throughout the Pacific, just especially Hawaii, man. I know Fiji have of course that's their son, but same could be said for Hawaii, especially in Laie, man.
Oh, like they gonna go big for
They
Fiji.
they gonna go, yeah, they gonna go. I wonder if they're gonna have their service before Fiji service in Fiji or after.
So I heard they're doing a big tribute out there in Hawaii at the beginning of September. I'm not sure the dates, but that's what I'm hearing, like September 3rd or September 9th. So once I get final word, I'll be in Fiji on Monday. So I'll hear more about it when I'm up there.
Yeah, so throughout this week, probably even next week, who knows? For months now, the community is definitely in mourning. For some, everybody mourn different. For
Yeah.
some, is can mourn and still deal with everyday life routine and challenges. And there's some just just is it hit them different. And so just my thoughts and prayers go out to those that mourn in such a way to where, I don't want you guys to feel like mourning is a private thing. It can also be open for the community, just like what we're doing here today on this platform. Just come together as a community, not just to mourn, but like I said, reflect and honor the life and memory of Fiji, which we have been doing tonight. So I want to extend my utmost appreciation for each and every one of you for tapping in tonight and helping us with that.
Go ahead and hit that. Misty Blue it up right now. Come on. Thank you, Big O. Doing my water right now.
Oh, it's been such a long, long time. Look like I get you off of my mind, but I can't. Just the thought of you, and my whole world turns misty blue. Oh, honey, just the mention of your name turns a flicker to a flame. Listen to me, good baby. I think on the things we used to do, and my whole world turns misty blue. Baby, I should forget you. Heaven knows I tried.
Oh, like, man, he does that too?
Oh, honey, it's been such a long, long time. Looks like I get you off of my mind, but I can't. Just the thought of you, and my whole world turns misty blue. Oh, no, I can't, no, I can't, no, I can't live without you. My whole world turns misty blue.
Thank you, DJ. Come on, DJ. Pom.
Pom.
Come on, DJ. How you do me?
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. That's how you pay tribute to a legend. Yeah, what's up, DP? We we're just telling stories, man. If you want to chime in and share a story, share a favorite song, love to hear it, man. We just I got a fun fact for you. So, and you can play this next if you want to, Lorraine. Comic Kings, Fiji and Bug. It's called No Other Love. Right? So, and I don't know, but I was there. So if they tell me I'm wrong, then they could tell me I'm wrong. But so Common Kings and Bug was doing the song "No Other Love," and this was in the studio in Hawaii Wash House. And from my memory, I remember me and Feej was kicking it, hanging out, drinking. And Common Kings, they had laced down the track, Bug laced down the track, and I remember Common Kings flying out to do a show or something. Bug had I don't know if he did an interview or he went out of another island. And Feej went in there and he heard that song and he said, "Oh, it's a bad song," and so he jumped on it. And so he jumped on it, and I don't think he was supposed to be on that song. But when they came back from the show and the interview, whatever they had doing, they heard Fee's part. They was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna rock with it." I mean, they couldn't tell the legend no, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I remember it. I don't know what they gonna say, but I remember because me and him was together at the time when he laid the track down, and he goes, "What is the hit song? Oh, I gotta be on it." So if you want to listen to the song, it's called "No Other Love" from Common Kings, J Bug, and Fiji. Yeah, that was a classic.
Place you on the throne if you're ready. Never gonna leave you.
You hear Fiji's part, you'll hear that it was added on.
There is no other love like this. No, 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 no other love like yours. No, no, no other loving, no. She will always be the dream. Heaven decided it was perfect for me. You can search the 7 seas. Never find a woman as precious as she, yeah. The kind of love is so complete. The type of love that make it so hard to breathe. She understands my every need. Only woman for me, yeah. I can take you to the kingdom, my lady. Place you on the throne if you're ready. Never gonna leave you, I'm staying, girl. Next to you because there is no other.
Shout out to my man Talk to It, man.
On the throne if you're ready.
Manager of Common Kings.
Girl, next to you because you are my queen. No one but you. No, 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 no other love like yours. No, no, no other loving, love. Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Girl, you know me if I tell you this, no one can compare to this level of loving. Future look bright as long as we are not the mix. So we just full of vibe, reminisce. Give me the mix. Come give me the mix, they got a on a band down. Give me the, come give me the mix, they got a on a band down. Come give me the, come give me the mix, they got a on a band down. Every time they hear the Common Kings sound, the yeah. J-Book Fiji dog alongside the Common Kings representing for the girl them. Easy. Yeah. I can take you to the kingdom, my lady. Place you on the throne if you're ready. Never gonna leave you, I'm staying, girl. Next to you because there is no other love like yours. No, no, no other love like yours. No, no, no other loving,
Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
There we go. Yeah, man. Any more stories? Anyone else out there want to hear or got something to share? You know, Fiji, music, right? Music is in your backyard, it's in your car, it's in your bedroom, it's in the restaurant, like, it's every your wedding day. So like everyone everyone had a part of Fiji with them. And we definitely want to give a shout out to all our YouTube folks out there. We can't see y'all, but nothing but love and thank you for chiming in. And I hope, if you guys got a memory y'all want to share, man, go ahead and write it down and we'll read it out there. But yeah, Big O, man, this is it's gonna be a tough one right here, man. Every time we hear his music, every concert, I mean, he was like a headliner every show. And if I'm being honest with you, I used to tell him this too. don't know anybody else who could have rocked the stage in a wheelchair like him. You know what I mean? It was like, let's be honest. If I ever see someone in a wheelchair come out, I'm not listening to them, right? Only FIJI could do that. Only FIJI could like get a crowd to come, you know, to his show in a wheelchair, man. I was like, big bro, you was that dude. You was that dude, man. I'm gonna miss that guy, man. My brother. Dang.
Yeah, definitely, man. And yeah, we definitely want to give a shout out to those that tapped in live on our YouTube channel. Wish you guys would I'm sure you guys have some stories and favorite song and feeds as well. But like Pete said, just share with others, share with your family and the community, and just know that the whole community is mourning. That is a tough loss for us, but um, like always, and just like the name of this show, Roots of Resilience. We're gonna stand in resilience and honor the life and memory of FIJI, and then carry that on through the work we do today. Um, so thank you everybody for following. If nobody else got any sharing they want to unmute yourself and share real quick before we wrap it up.
Yeah, definitely want anyone to chime in, but if not, I do want to share a personal story. But when we end it, but I do want to hear anyone else if they got a song or a story they want to share with us.
Nice. Damn it.
Yeah, DP.
Where did you put it?
Yo, what's up, Vika?
Was this?
Yep.
Yo, what's up, bro? It's Daniel.
What's up, Dan?
What's up, brother?
Oh man,
Hey.
oh man. What's up,
Hey,
D?
what's up, brother? Hey, shout out to the Foe Movie for holding this down for the Big Goose feeds, man. Man, being all out here in Orlando, Florida, watching all the social media, bro, that shit's been hitting hard like crazy. But hearing all the stories, man, I got so much stories with him too. The one I'm gonna hold close to my heart, bro, is when he gave me the opportunity. He took me out to Pittsburgh for Troy Polamalu's benefit concert thing, and that's when I met my wife, my beautiful wife. A couple years later, I'm blessed with 3 beautiful children, man. That's how I'm a hope
That's right.
close.
So man,
But
this is
man,
my cousin Daniel right here, man. This is my nephew actually, my nephew, but I call him cousin. He's grown man. But him and Jay Boog, man. Those are my 2 little knuckleheads I had to watch over. And Daniel, man, he used to push FIJI everywhere when he was in California. Hey, I think you was his favorite pusher, Oos.
hey, that Crystal Park Casino, no joke, boy. That 3-card poker, that's his game, baby. Hey, my dude hit that thing for 48 racks on a Sunday. We had to go to Vegas. He said, "Oos, don't trip. Just give me 2 more hours. We'll be gone." Says Burns waiting. Come on, man. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? I said, "Oos said, hold on." He donated the whole 48 racks right back to Crystal
Oh,
Park Casino.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
I was pushing him into the van. He said, "You see, Oos, nobody likes a quitter." But man, but much love for y'all hosting this, man. Big love to Big FIJI, man.
Yeah.
Manguilo Malanga, Oos.
Yeah,
Love
he
you, Big Oos.
definitely loved you, D. He definitely loved you,
Love you,
man.
P.
Love you, Oos.
All right, brother.
My brother D. Yeah,
yeah. None of
man.
this would have been possible without SoCal Picker, and
Yeah.
especially our behind the scene teams. But yeah, we appreciate your DP Daniel for coming on, sharing your story, man. Uh, yeah, so he's saying, he give credit to FIJI beating his wife, and from that
Right?
they have their beautiful children. So he'll have FIJI in his memory throughout the rest of his life. Every
Yeah.
time he see his family.
Shout out to Kennedy, man. Kennedy and Deb, who used to have FIJI literally live over there at Crystal Park, man. I think that fool was there for like, man, years. Everyone thought FIJI owned the Crystal Park Casino. They knew what food he liked. They knew what kind of drink he liked. Yeah. Oh man, lived there for a minute, man. So humble, man. But yeah, we're gonna end it off. If we do, I do want to
Yeah.
share the story, right? So in 2019, you know, been traveling around the world with Feej and Bug and just you know, just living the life with her. But it came to a halt around that time in 2019, and marriage was going bad, business was going bad for me, and I just remember being at Crystal Park again, kicking it with Feej. And so something about that Crystal Park goes, and me and Feej was chilling, and I don't know what it was that I wanted to bring up this question. Me and him was drinking, and I said, "Hey, Oos, you believe in God?" And he said to me, "I believe whatever my mother believes in." And I never forget that because I like sobered up real quick. I was like, "What'd you just say?" He says, "I believe whatever my mother believes in." And man, I remember going back home. I sobered up. Fees went to go sleep, and I just remember just thinking about, man, like, because my mom had passed away 2008. So this is in 2019 that Fiji told me this. So I remember going back to the gravesite where my mom was at. And I got me a bottle of Hennessy and I'm just drinking. I'm just like, Mom, what the heck happened? You know, my mom was like God to me. You know, her love that she gave me and my siblings. Um, you never find that love anywhere for me. And you know, I could hear my mom's voice telling me to go back to church. And so that time I went back to church. Um, I found God. I knew God personally, you know, me, and I found Jesus Christ. You know, I know them personally because I studied it. I prayed to them. I didn't live off of my mom's testimony. And months later, after that, my son Achilles passed away. My 11-year-old son in the month of June of 2020. And it's to me looking back at it, it's funny how God used Fiji to direct me back to God. And I just remember just like just sitting there and he came with Burns to pay respects to for my family. And when he came and I told him that story about Crystal Park, I said, "Oh, you remember what you told me?" And I told him, he goes, "Oh, I never told you that." And I was like, "Yes, you did, fool. What you talking about?" And it was just, it was one of those moments to where like I knew when he told me he didn't remember, I knew that that was for me. That wasn't for him, you know. But he used Fiji to get to me is what I'm trying to get at. And because I'll never forget that it was Fiji that told me that. That's my brother right there. It stuck with me when he told me that. And I met, we met his mom that one day over there. Her nice lady, right? Welcoming, loving. But just wanted to share how close me and Fiji was, and also too, I had prior to my son passing, I remember showing up for his brother's passing in the Bay Area. So I flew out there for his brother's passing, and man, we cried and laughed and cried again. And when my son passed, we did the same thing when he came. So he came and that's how close we was. Oosh, it's not a friend, that's a brother to me. Uh, real quick, funny story. My boy Kennedy that was hosting Fiji at Crystal Park, he kept telling me to name my youngest son after him. I was like, man, I'm not naming my son after you, right? You know what I mean? And he said, "Oh, man, just come on, who's it's different. Who's you can just mix it up with your family. Who's just put Kennedy in there?" And I started laughing again, right? But I ended up naming my youngest son Apollo George. That's my brother George's name, right? So when I told him I named him George, he goes, "Hey, what'd you name your son?" I said, "Apollo George Afamata." He said, "You named him after Fiji?" And I totally forgot Fiji's name was George, right? And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." I was like, I named after my brother and my other brother. So I named after two George, man. So I told my son Apollo, if anyone asks you who you name after, say my brother George in Fiji. But that's my story about Fiji, man. Many more, but for time's sake, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for chiming in and man, share your stories on your social media or with family and friends, because we got to keep his name living from forever, man. His music's already there, but we definitely got to keep those stories that we have, that we have of him to continue to tell. So grateful for SoCal Picker, man. We got this videotape, so go ahead and lock it in, man, and put it up on the archives. But thank you, appreciate you for letting me share.
Thank you, man. I can listen to this all night, man. And like you said, you just got a plethora of memories, just and all those memories now just frozen in time. You know what I mean? And just I'm sure you're just gonna continue to cherish them and share them. Uh, and man, I just want to thank you for that. Thank you for, like I said, for me personally, I don't think how I would have met Fiji if not through you. And so, and I appreciate that. And I get to now appreciate listening to his music and and just know the man behind the music personally. And so, uh, man, my utmost prayers and condolences to you. Like I said, man, it's like you lost a brother, and so that's got to be difficult to deal with and process. But you have us here as a community, and then we're all here for you to support you. Man, make sure when you go to Fiji, man, take us with you, man, and don't forget to go live. We need to see you go live, man, so we can be there with everybody else that's gonna be there in attendance for his services.
Amen.
So with that, before we wrap it up, you guys, just want to share a few wonderful opportunities and resources with you guys. As always, Roots of Resilience is a podcast that highlights and uh, bring visibility and uplift our small businesses here in Southern California. And so you guys can follow us on social media at Facebook and Instagram and YouTube with the latest SoCal Pickard updates. And here are some of the resources and webinar available grants and businesses for owners. Um, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Where'd I go? All right. I thought I left somewhere. And it's understanding the explore availability of grants and learn how to practice for grants application and network during a Q&A session. And that's going to be on Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 at 1 p.m. And there's the link right there. There's also going to have a digital marketing for women-owned businesses, boost your businesses, attract and retain customers. And that's going to happen Thursday, August 21st, 2025 at 11 a.m. through 1 p.m. And the link is there as well. And if you need a business loan to if you keep getting denied for a business loan, learn how to get funded now. And that's the link. It's a webinar and a session that's happening Thursday, August 21st from 11 a.m. All this information can be found on our social media, so please check us out. Just thank each and every one of you guys for spending this special night with us, this very humble night, just sharing our thoughts and our prayers and our memories of Fiji. And may his legend and his life memory continue to live on through his music and through our testimony and our experiences with him. Thank you, SoCal Picker team, for all our technical crew behind the scene. And for closing remarks, just want to again just thank everybody again, man. Just in our own personal ways. I'm sure if I think somebody put it on the chat, like, man, why all Fiji songs sound different now, and it does, right? Like lately, I noticed that too. That was a question that, I asked myself. I was like, man, I don't remember that part of the song, little notes or probably a little part of the instruments, it's like we're all listening to his songs more intentionally now, rather before it's just like, hey, feed song is on, everybody singing and dancing to it. And it's like listening to it, kind of just listening to it, So thank you guys for this availability for us to, have this platform for us to, come together and honor the life of Fiji. And with that, I'll turn it over for our brother Pete for a closing prayer.
Thank you, Brother Upu. Thank you for all that share. And just wanted to add on to something that I saw on social media. Someone said, who's the next Fiji? There'll never be another Fiji.
I know.
Yeah,
I heard your boy got got backlash behind that.
yeah, man. I was like,
I like him too.
yeah,
Elder
other
TikTok.
TikTok. Hey, just there'll never be another Fiji. Oops. You have to get 20 artists together to even be remotely of the person Fiji was, because it's not only singing. This is his character, his love, his the representation. I mean, he has like a anthem for each island,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and he talking about representation. Oops, of us, there was no one better than Oops, man. And so yeah, we can kill that. No, there'll never be another feed. But I know we always close it off with a prayer, but I do want to do it different today. If we can close it out with his song, his song Isale, and we'll just let it close out from there, and just thank everybody for coming on, and just thank God for this moment for us to be on giving us a platform to pay tribute to our legend, our brother, our friend, our son, George Vicosa, Fiji. So,
Pom pom pom.
pom, 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 pom.
Big feed. Love you, Big O's.
Yes, sir.
Man, with you, man. Be sure to take us with you.
We got that closeout song, Isale. There we go. We love y'all, everyone. Thank you for staying with us for an hour, almost 2 hours. Man,
Oh man,
that's how dope
that's that
Fiji is.
love feeds, man.
There we go.
Nobody
Turn it
likes a
up, baby.
quitter.
Turn it up. Shout out to Lorraine on the ones and twos. Thank you, Lorraine.
Monongo isaki eve singa Selva taki wale andilia Ole lia Senga nilo matarawa mai Vuni nongulenga andilia Oile lia Sombolei lia au na sopo asayani vem iko isalei lia au na sopo asayani vem iko isalei lia